Whee! So our next stop on this little tour of the N2 is a little town called Cirta, and we're only a few kilometres away from it. But I just wanted to say that this N2 route is just absolutely fantastic. The scenery is incredible. If you'd have been maybe on the main motorway, you'd have probably missed that epic drive over that dam just there, and you'd have missed looking down into that stunning valley. You know, it's just absolutely incredible. It's breathtaking, just jaw-dropping. Now, I can't describe it, you know, it's just absolutely stunning. And there was a walkway all the way down that little valley there, so you could park up there and go for a bit of a hike, and the scenery would be incredible. You know, you just can't describe it. So yeah, give it a try, because the interior of Portugal on this N2 route is absolutely beautiful and so lush and green. And this time of year, autumn, when all the trees are changing colour, it's even more beautiful. Yeah, it's really good. It's definitely worth a go. Now, in Cirta, we've stumbled across an epic plan. What we're going to do is we're going to go to one place on the N2, have a spot of lunch and a drink, lovely, cup of tea, coffee, whatever, maybe a cheeky Sagres or a Superbock, and then carry on down to our next stopover for an overnight stay. So that's our plan for the next few days. And then tonight we're hoping to be in the centre of Portugal. We're hoping to park up there where the big monument is. And the weather's taking a turn for the better. I can see blue skies in the distance. The sun is out. It's really warm now, and it's looking like that's going to stay like that for a couple of days. So yeah, happy days. The next section of this N2 trip is just over an hour's drive south to the beautiful town of Cirta. And this section of the N2 is a perfect example why it's much more fun to drive when you compare the road to the new IC8 highway. So we found this lovely little bar cafe right next to the river here in Cirta, and it's right next to this historic bridge, the Carvalho Bridge, which dates back to the 17th century when they were under Philippine rule. And the bridge actually replaced an old Roman bridge. But yeah, what a fantastic place to just sit, chill out with a nice coffee, no beer because I'm driving, and look at this terrific view here. There's a lovely little park here right by the river, and there's 2 or 3 bars and restaurants, and the scenery is absolutely stunning. You know, the trees are lovely autumn colours, you can hear the water flowing past where the mills used to be. Yeah, it's such an idyllic scenic spot to have a spot of lunch. Perfect. We're just going to go and grab a stamp in the little tourist office here in our passport, and then we'll head back towards the van. To the castle. Always put castles on these big hills, don't they, both?
Yep.
Mind you, it'll wear off them toasted ham and cheese sandwiches, won't it?
Probably not.
Ah. Castle. This might give us a better view. I can see our house from up here. Just a short drive further along the N2 from Ceuta, and we reach the halfway point of this trip, the exact centre of Portugal. So about halfway down the N2 now, and we come to this point where about 590 metres of altitude, way up in the mountains, and this is the geodesic centre of Portugal. So it's the very middle of the whole of mainland Portugal is this point here, and obviously marked by this huge great big monument on top of the mountains. And from this location, I'm going to put the drone up now because the view from here is just absolutely incredible. We're so high I can literally see probably the 4 corners of Portugal from here. It's just amazing, the view from up here. If you're in the middle of Portugal, you've got to come to this point and have a look at the view here. Pick a clear day because it's absolutely stunning. absolutely glorious day. I'm here in Vila de Rei and I'm at the monument which marks the geodesic centre of Portugal. So geographically this is right in the centre of Portugal. We're at an altitude of 592 metres where the monument is here, and the view surrounding here, you can see 360 degrees the whole of Portugal. It's absolutely incredible. You won't be able to see on the camera, but the naked eye can pick out so many things far in the distance there. It's a terrific spot to come, and this also marks the halfway point of our trip down the N2. And yeah, it's been absolutely fantastic so far. The first half has been terrific. We've seen some brilliant sights, some amazing scenery, and the whole of the interior of Portugal is really such a beautiful place to visit. I'll spin the camera around and I'll try and give you a view of what I can see. I don't think the camera will do it any justice, but I'll give you a look around anyway. It was handy that we went into the little tourist information kiosk in Cirta. The guy in there was really helpful. He got us a map out, was telling us all about the local area. But the one key bit of information that he did say is, when you get to Vila de Rei, is don't go down the N2 after you get through Vila de Rei. At the last roundabout, turn left. He said that is the original N2 route. The road that is now called the N2 is like a new highway, if you like, that's been put down to the next town. So he said, yeah, get to the last roundabout. I'll put a map up here so you can just see, and then turn left. And we did notice as we did that, there was a couple of tiny little signs that said Rota N2, which is the old road basically, and that's what we're on now. So yeah, if we hadn't have gone into that little information kiosk and spoke to that guy, we wouldn't have found out that little bit of information, and we wouldn't be on the road that we're on now. So it's always helpful to pop into the local tourist information, because they can always give you a map, they can tell you where places of interest in the area, and it's just really handy to know. Right, onwards on the old original N2.
Turn right toward N2, then turn left onto N2.
Before your life was so boring, I got up, went to work just to get back home and repeat. Before you I just felt nothing, I didn't dare to take risks. Now we be staying up all night, we don't have to sleep cause we're crazy in love, yeah. Oh, even if we start to fight, we know we can work it out, baby. Shout out the top of my lungs. You make me wanna jump when you tell me to jump. You make me wanna love like I'm 20 years young. With you I'm not the same, with you I'm not afraid. You make me wanna run like a kid. even if I knew that I should. It made me lonely and bitter, but that was all before you. Now we be staying up all night, we don't have to sleep 'cause we're crazy in love. Oh, even if we start to fight, we know we can work it out, baby. Ooh, you make me wanna shout out the top of my lungs.
There is another one of these swings which is right on the top of one of the tallest mountains in Portugal. But again, we were told in one of the visitor centres that that one's broken, so just as well we found this one. Right, that's enough, I'm getting a bit seasick. And then from that little swing that we were just playing on, there's a wooden staircase down here. I'll drop a pin and some directions into the description below, and then you come down to what looks like a little statue or monument, and I can hear down in the valley rushing water like a waterfall, so we'll see if we can get down there and we'll show you. But the landscape around here is terrific. Ooh.
That was deeper than I thought.
It's a bit more rocky now. Whoa, nearly. There's the swing at the top there, and then we've come down that set of stairs to here, and then just across the valley there you can see another statue on the top of that rocky outcrop there. There's further down, there's another little statue there, and then you can just hear in the bottom of the valley that tiny little waterfall, if you can see that. So you can get all the way down there. But obviously going down's alright, but then you've got to come all the way back up. So I think we'll nip back to the van.
Do not film me. Look, where?
So I see on this sign here there's an arrow pointing to, it says piscinas, which is like swimming pools. There's two little squares carved out in the marble slab here, so I'm guessing that somewhere down there, if you follow them steps down there, you'll come across a couple of bathing pools, maybe properly like old, carved out of the rocks, I guess. But yeah, something interesting to explore, isn't it? Whee! We continued along the old original N2 road all the way down to Abrantes, where we parked up right at the foothills of the castle with some absolutely amazing views. And on the lunch menu today in the van, we've got fish finger sandwiches with ketchup, lovely, and looking at this absolutely gorgeous view of the river. Not with my feeling. Oh, that was a bit fun. So I really do hope you enjoyed that trip down the N2. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and do consider subscribing to the channel because you won't want to miss the next episodes where we discover the world's largest cork mosaic and stumble upon a fantastic balloon festival. So it just remains to say thanks very much for watching. Cheers.